Yes, guys, so we finally made it. We're finally back again for the very first out of 2 reactions I'll be dropping on this here YouTube platform. So welcome to this here Brbptv. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. I'm Monies, and of course, I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning into another vibrations. And of course, guys, this is where I'm gonna give my thoughts on a number of things. What are your thoughts as well? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below with us steady right there, guys. Don't forget to do what? Hit that like button, brothers and sisters. I would appreciate that right there. Hit that like button. And of course, causing the algorithms to push these videos further and further out there. Of course, with that said, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations, for which you know right there, brothers and sisters, there's something coming up on February 25th that I must push out there. At the Bayfront at 3 p.m. That's Sunday, the 25th of February. That is in about that's in 23 days from now, brothers and sisters. So look out for that vibrations. And of course, a National Assembly is definitely needed to rescue, restore, and rebuild Dominica, brothers and sisters. The reason why I'm pushing this out there, by the way, guys, nobody's asking me to push this out there. I'm putting it out there because I think it's vital, especially with the understanding of what is going on in Dominica. Dominica is indeed in a crisis, and of course, with these reactions, you will understand what I'm talking about right there. Even though they want to pretend as if everything is fine and dandy, you know, it's not, brothers and sisters. So with that said, let us get into the first thing right there, for which I know a number of DOMLEC workers, those who have commissions in DOMLEC that give electricity. Well, apparently, according to Dominica Breaking News right there, it seems like the information that has been brought to the Dominican Breaking News is that as of March 1st, next month, brothers and sisters, 2024, commissions to DOMLEC POG pay-as-you-go vendors will drop from 5% to 3.5%, brothers and sisters. So the individuals are pretty much giving DOMLEC service, giving people electricity so that, people don't have to go right to the DOMLEC, making it easy and easily accessible. Right now, DOMLEC is looking to say, hey, you know what? Let us bring down the commissions from 5% to 3.5%. Yes, brothers and sisters. I'm sure they were thinking of 2.5%, if that is the case. I'm sure maybe we should bring it to 2.5%. And people are like, you know what? No, that doesn't make any sense. So let us just leave it to 3.5%. And as that is the case, if that is the case right there, it's very unfortunate that less money will be coming to the people who are pushing out the very product for DOMLEC. I think it should be 10%, but they have it at 5%, and now as of March 1st, they're going to bring it down, if that is the case, right there, to 3.5%. So DOMLEC will be keeping more money. Remember, DOMLEC tends to make a lot of profit, which is very interesting, considering the kind of information that we see online. You can just Google the stuff, brothers and sisters, and see the profit margins and what have you. Yet still they're making, DOMLEC wants to get more money. And remember, DOMLEC is on Dominica has full share, not full share, but majority share of the company right there. So the people who are tending to do this is not DOMLEC. Let's not focus on DOMLEC, because remember, the IRC is there, and IRC is the one that regulating all the kind of things that is happening to DOMLEC. And as a result of this, I'm guessing that came from the very top. Okay? The top has brought this to the people, saying, no, we cannot make them get 5% anymore. Even though 5% is really low, let us bring it down 1.5 lower for them so that DOMLEC can make more profits. If that be the case right there, because if I was a vendor and they bring this down and I figured, hey, I cannot even survive on this, I'm not going to do this. So maybe vendors might start dropping out. And I think if all vendors start dropping out from this, it'll make things a little more difficult, and people will start complaining and say, hey, what's going on? Forcing DOMLEC to bring back the 5%. Because it's one thing, if you're considering DOASCO and you say, okay, DOASCO gives people, well, I don't think DOASCO has, vendors for this stuff. But if DOASCO was in that reasoning right there, from the things that we see online, it doesn't necessarily mean that DOASCO is making profits, or if any profits at all. So I don't understand on that basis. But you can't tell me a company is making a lot of profits. It's not buying the generators and things that it apparently needs. It has been regulated by IRC from our understanding. And of course, the people who regulate IRC or are passing the information through IRC is the government. So IRC is pretty much doing this to the people, from my understanding right there. I could be wrong in this regard, but that's the only thing that makes sense. Because it seems like DOMLEC is no longer on its own trying to do things for itself. Because I remember when the main person, the lady, was speaking, and she was stating exactly what DOMLEC needs. And it seems like their hands are tied. This is why she left. Well, I don't know if that's why she left, but I'm sure this contributed to that, and a number of other persons left as well because of all the corruption and things that is taking place. I mean, the writing is on the wall, brothers and sisters. The writing is on the wall. However, brothers and sisters, if that be the case right there, I'm so sorry for the vendors who will be getting less money. It's also interesting talking about vendors, brothers and sisters. Remember when we saw the whole thing talking about, well, this person gave the information talking about the carnival vendors in Roseau, who then now have to pay, they used to pay $400 back then. Now they have to pay $500, and on top of that $500, they have to pay an additional $500, so $1,000 in total. Well, these people came out and make sure that they clear their name and say that we are not the ones doing this. So public service announcement, public announcement brought about by Dominica de Nature Isle. I think this is Discover Dominica. Anyways, please note that the Ministry of Tourism and Discover Dominica Authority are not responsible for carnival vending fees or any matter concerning vendors for the carnival season, I'm guessing, of 2024 right there. This matter is handled by the Roseau City Council. So the Roseau City Council, correct me if I'm wrong, brothers and sisters, who is supposed to be responsible for ensuring that the place is clean and so forth, is then putting that burden. And don't get me wrong, I think vendors should definitely clean up the area. But to charge vendors double the price of not even what they used to pay before, because back then it was $400. Last year, I believe it was $400, brothers and sisters. It has gone up to $500, and they have to put another $500 on top of that right there. So I don't think that is good. I understand they're trying to say, oh, let's make the place clean, or there's NEP workers and these kind of people out there who need the job from time to time to make a little extra money. Make them make the extra money. No, you don't want to do this. Well, then again, if Dominica has money, that's another story by itself right there. But the Ministry of Tourism and Discover Dominica Authority want to make it absolutely clear to the masses out there that the vending fees has nothing to do with them. This is solely handled by the Roseau City Council. So the Roseau City Council is trying to, from our understanding, impose fees on the carnival vendors, which is very, very sad right there. Somebody made a contribution, actually posted the person's thing. There are people who might be making way more than $1,000 during that time based off what they're being sold. But it seems like that whole thing is going for everybody. So the people on the road with the little square thing who have to pay $1,000 apparently, because that's part of vending. You're a vendor, you're selling sweetie or whatnot, what have you. You're selling your sweetie, brothers and sisters. You're not, if you make $200, you good. If you make $200 and you're happy you make your $200, brothers and sisters, but unfortunately you will have $800 loss. Imagine that. Well, hopefully you can keep your area clean so you can get back to $500, but I don't think that is correct at all. And on the basis, if Dominica, the Roseau City Council, is actually looking to make a profit, you have it at $400, you increase it to $500 and tell the people, or $550 or $600, whatever, brothers and sisters. I think somebody made that reference, $100 to $200. And if the people decide, you know what, let me just do that, I don't care about the $100 and $200. You make that extra money right there. You will make that extra money. If it's that you're trying to do, make a little extra monies on the vendors. If it's that you're trying to do, that'll be the best way to do it. If you charge a man $100 and the man checking, boy, you know what? I make my little profit here and there. I can just give that to them, man. You make an extra money. That is not good. That what is happening is not good that's not helping the people at all. Sometimes I wonder if the authorities or the individuals in charge of a number of things actually working for the Dominican people. It seems like that is the complete opposite. Nothing is being done to help the Dominican people. Well, apart from giving them houses, which because they cannot do it for themselves, so the government has to do it for them. And I think that is very sad. We're looking at the entrepreneurship basis in Dominica, and it's very sad. How do I know this? People with money come to Dominica and cannot... Boy, let me continue. Right here, brothers and sisters. Anyways, there's some sort of breaking news in the La Plaine area. And of course, brought about by Jason, not other than Mr. Jason Fontaine. Right here. Breaking news out of La Plaine this morning. Sad to report, Mr. John Baptiste, better known as Silo, was apparently harmed nearly to losing his life, brothers and sisters, last night in the middle of the village, unbelievable. In the middle of the village, unbelievable. He was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital for further treatment with wounds to his head. But let us hope we can get the people that did this brought to complete justice, brothers and sisters. Yes, this should not go unpunished. Are you doing wickedness to a man and no? And you cannot claim self-defense because you beat up the man and all kind of things and then you disappear. You cannot claim that. So that is very unfortunate right there. Of course, this is him speaking about the situation.
Breaking news out of PLAINE. I am here, actually, Willis Junction. You can see the area I'm at. Once again, we have a brutal scene.
At the blood certain areas of these guys, because YouTube does be, YouTube can be a very interesting planet.
A brutal scene in the central of PLAINE. It's not even 7 days yet. It's not even 7 days or 8 days that Antonelli Prosper has been missing.
And he's still missing today, brothers and sisters. Hopefully he's found. Like I said before, maybe, if little boys can just decide, let's go Guadeloupe. And they found them in Guadeloupe last year or something like that. I think 2 boys went missing. And they found them boys in Guadeloupe. And I think the understanding was DOMLEC had. Maybe he as a grown man can decide to do the same thing too. So maybe let's hope that he's alive and well. But there's a situation right there, and of course another individual was injured.
But yet we have a disturbing scene last night of a gentleman by the name of Silver and John Baptist was beaten nearly to death. Unbelievable. Yes, and it's unbelievable. Look at, I'm just going to turn the camera, which I'm doing right now.
At the blood is out there.
And I'm going to send and show you all the blood stains. This is what PLAINE has come to. Violence.
PLAINE didn't used to be a very quiet place, no, brothers and sisters. PLAINE to me, growing up, was a place where people, if you want to just bask in oxygen 100%, you go PLAINE and just relax your bones, sit in a hammock and chill. Or you go in the river somewhere and, or in the sea, and, well, the sea rough, but, you relax your bones, brothers and sisters. What is going on in PLAINE? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Is that the case now? Or there's some sort of squabble? Brothers and sisters, it always amazes me, when I'm trying to figure out what do adults do and what do little ones do. When the little ones get a little struggles with each other, they don't really know how to properly handle it, so they end up engaging in physical altercations, brothers and sisters. The adults who are supposed to know better, they ended up doing way worse than that. And then you tell the little ones not to do this, and then bow, here comes this kind of things from adults. Make it make sense, brothers and sisters. I wonder sometimes what exactly is adulthood. If adults are supposed to know better and they're doing worse, I think something has gone wrong right there.
And now I can put to rest that when things happen in PLAINE, that is how PLAINE
and that's
is becoming.
That's a lot of spill right there, That's a lot of spill right there.
Be violently disturbing to me.
Thank God the man survived. Hopefully he makes a full recovery, man.
And I'm just calling on the authorities. I'm sure that they're investigating. This matter has been investigated.
Let's hope so. I think maybe more serious matters, because I remember somebody stole a lady's necklace, on camera, and from my understanding, maybe that never was solved. I know a year had passed when that information or when that situation happened, but maybe for more serious things like this, they will try their best to solve it. Although concerning the situation surrounding the Soufriere thing with the 2 white people, well, 4 of them in total, 2 lost their lives and 2 are in custody. What is being done with this? What is happening with this? We haven't had any more information in that regard. Do we know when the next case is? We heard that they're trying to solicit help from Canada, and then they want to charge Canada. It's alleged that they're trying to charge Canada for them to come and do the case.
And let us bring those who did this to Silver and John Baptist.
Yeah, man. To justice.
Let's bring him to justice. And that way Silo can get justice. Right now he was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital for injuries sustained to his head, a severe open wound into his head, where it could be given by a cutlass or something.
So there was some sort of weaponry used.
But last night, that this sin was a horrible sin, where I am getting up this morning to find out what happened to my good friend, dear Silo John Baptist. So I'm just bringing out to the people what happened. Those of you who are joining me from the United States, St. Croix and Thomas.
Yeah, if people saw what happened, I think they should come forward and try to, because this is not good. I want to make it seem as if when these kind of situations happen, it should just go unnoticed. It should just, you know, especially when we're seeing the very courts, they're releasing people or discontinuing cases. I don't know for what measure they discontinue cases, but you know, if the individual is innocent, then sure, they should discontinue or whatever. But if the individual is truly guilty, I think that, you know, some punishment need to be had. This is unacceptable.
It's not even 7 days yet.
This is not even self-defense. How could this be self-defense?
Antonelli Prosper is missing, and we have this horrific incident taking place in the central of our plain.
Well, hopefully justice is served. All right, brothers and sisters, talking about justice, we have another situation of an individual trying to escape justice. This individual right there, this was January 31st, that was about 2 days ago. The individual prisoner who apparently escaped was found, brothers and sisters, and he claimed that he was fed up. Those men pressuring me up there, so I just run, says escaped prisoner right there. And it's very interesting. Magistrate, this individual has imposed an additional 6 months upon the individual of jail time to the 19-year-old escapee of Kings Hill, who escaped confinement at the Dominica State Prison right there. The charge of the police is that on January 20th, so he was okay, January 20th, so that's anyways, let me just continue reading. So the charge of the police is that on January 20th, 2024, is at Stock Farm, being a person in lawful confinement, the escapee escaped custody before the expiration of his term of imprisonment. I think it's 3 years he has, you know, he was in for like 4 months. The 19-year-old was convicted in September 2023 for theft and wounding, sentenced for pretty much 3 years, and escaped 4 months. I read this already. According to the facts of the case, Tamu was employed at the farm, so apparently he was at the farm when he escaped that situation right there. So where's the farm? Is it outside the prison? Is it inside? Anyways, he evaded security by leaping over a fence. No, must be outside. It cannot be this long, tall fence that there. He's not a pole vaulter, whatever they call it net. Anyways, so he must most likely have been outside the thing when he jumped over another fence, I guess, leaping over a fence, darting through the surrounding bushes and successfully absconding from custody. Why they have to be using all this kind of big words there? You make it simple enough for everybody to read. I mean, some people understand, but you know, following a 5-day search for the escapee, apparently they got him on the 25th of 24 at about 3 p.m. by the Maho police via the Maho police station, and returned him to the Dominica State Prison. At the onset of the investigation, the police investigators sought to obtain an order to bring a prisoner from the court that was subsequently removed from the blah blah blah. But let's move to what he actually said. I have plenty things on my mind, the escapee said. He told the presiding magistrate Michael, this person right there. Them man up there pressuring me too much. I wonder what they pressuring you for. What would you pressure people for? And who exactly is pressuring you? Are the other prisoners pressuring you, or the guards pressuring you? What exactly is that? I think you should have gone further. Maybe the magistrate. What do you mean by this? Anyways, he further attributed a feeling of neglect by his family for his actions. Well, if you do the actions, you do the time. Sometimes I understand people say their family love you, but you know when your family truly love you when desperate times, you know, happen, brothers and sisters. You say 4 months I up there and nobody not checking me or come. Well, who that put you there? Is you that put yourself there for theft and wounding? Is not maybe somebody, you know, but for theft and action that you have done and could have not done. You chose and got caught, and as a result of getting caught, you are up there for 3 years. and you want your family members to come and check you, so you decide you're going to see them instead. I guess that's what it is. 4 months I have there, nobody is not checking me or coming to see me. I am a young man, and even though I have my ways, but my people could come and see me, so I guess that's why they decided to go and see them. You know, they don't come and see him, might as well go and see them. I don't know if that is the case. Or maybe he's talking about come to see him to bring funds for him and money and this kind of things. And maybe because when you're inside there, whatever work you're doing is not like you're really getting paid, anything like that. Maybe you might get a reduced sentence or whatever. I don't know if that is the case right there, but your family members, I'm sure, probably struggling in the very nature isle of the Caribbean. They probably struggling, man. So maybe you might want for them to bring a little something for you, but it's not that easy. It's difícil, brothers and sisters. Muy difícil. Yes, man. So maybe that's why they couldn't come and see you. He continued, I really feeling the pressure. Just like the people outside, they're free. They're feeling the pressure to you, but they're silent. You're just feeling a different type of pressure. And I couldn't take it again. So I just run out of them, man, now. I just run out from them, man, boy. What? I in the farm feeling what? I probably never farm in my life, but I out there saying I toil in soil. Who that? Because I let me bolt over that fence. And maybe he was a gymnast. The mere fact you can bolt over a fence, partner, you should try it for Dominica Olympics. When you come out, try it for Dominica Olympics. Be a pole vaulter. Try something. You know, but then again, it have the ability, man. It have the ability. You never know. But then again, people have to gain your trust because it's theft. You might be going countries to do pole vaulting and, you know. But forgiveness can happen, brothers and sisters. Anyways, the maximum penalty, apparently, for escaping confinement is a term of imprisonment of 1 year. So if you escape, an additional 1 year. But apparently, they decided to give him 6 months, half the time, right there. He's a 19-year-old. And, you know, by the time he come out, he'll be 22. And maybe 22 and some months, or 23 and some months, right, depending when his birthday is. So, you know, they cut the escapee. My brother, just do your time. You're under the pressure. Meditate, read the Bible. Now it's time for you to read the Bible from first to last page, brothers and sisters. From Genesis to Revelation. Ask for Revelation. Make sure you stay some time on Revelations. Yes, man. So, you know. Anyways, he then imposed an additional 6-month sentence against them to run consecutive with 3-year term. Well, he had 2 months. He had 4 months gone, so I guess he get back an additional 2 months. So, sir, I would urge you to, you know, not to do too much. During the span of 1 month, Avenue is the third prison escape. Well, that's a culture in Dominica because people have escaped prison. That is something else right there. Third to escape custody at the state prison. This individual Grande, convicted of, you know, taking life or death of his father, was the first to escape on January 3rd, 2024. So wait a while. As the third person in this year. Oh, that's the third person. I thought okay. During the span of 1 month. In 1 month. The first one was the first to escape on January 3rd. So 3 people escaped prison in just 2024 alone. 3 people escaped prison. 5 jobs, 5 businesses closed down. From our understanding. Yes, sir. Well, so it does go sometimes. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let's move on right there. So I actually mentioned this, brothers and sisters, on the basis of the 15 million that they want to pay to the people of Wesley. They indicated that they wanted to pay monies to people of Wesley. Now it's alleged, based on this very sentiment right there, that 15 million that the Prime Minister is saying he have for the people of Wesley, apparently it is alleged to have come from Gaston Brown, which means that is debt. That is something else, No. Guys, watch this. So, if the people will take a loan, watch this. You take a loan from another government to pay off the people, right? The people of Wesley. Now, the whole of Dominica have to come in to then pay back that loan. Boy, if that is the case, that is a heck of a thing right there, brothers and sisters. So you have to pay 15 million to the people of Wesley who are part of Dominica. If that 15 million is a loan and not a grant given by who is alleged to be Gaston Brown, that means the people have to then pay back these loans. So the Wesley people who would get the $15 million, be that the case, brothers and sisters, the same Wesley people would then have to be partakers of paying back the very loan that was given to them. That is truly something else. That is so. All you understand what I say right there, brothers and sisters? It's like I giving you monies, and you have to pay me back that monies. No, you have to give people you owe that money. Then these people that you owed have to then give me back the money. But what a thing. What a conundrum. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I think I have some good news right there. So this is apparently the Queen show thing that is taking place. And according to Dominica Ministry of Tourism, the countdown to Miss Dominica 2024 is on. Alright? All 6 Queen contestants are officially launched, fueled by the incredible passion witnessed at village launches. Well, they had to do these village launches because apparently individuals were not getting sponsored. But I'm guessing based off this result right there, brothers and sisters, that all 6 queens are sponsored. Hopefully, they are sponsored. Just because the show is on doesn't mean queens are sponsored. You might just have to do what you have to do. Okay? You just might have to do what you have to do. But hopefully, all the 6 queen contestants are sponsored, and then they are able to put their best foot forward, so they can hopefully get a scholarship. Well, I know right now they cannot go to, I don't think they can go to Monroe. I don't think they can go to MSU. Maybe they can go to Grambling. Maybe. I'm not sure of that situation, what is going on. But let's hope for the best. Or they'll have to go China and Cuba to study. But that is truly something else right there. So hopefully they at least get the opportunity for them to shine. And based off the agreements that has been stated, that whoever becomes winner will get to have a scholarship to go to a school of their choosing. Be that the case, I don't know if they can take it out. Johnny already tell you, shake your pampa lamb. Johnny, that give me a kicks today. Johnny are talking about the new road that they build in Cassie Bruce or wherever they build in the road, in our vicinity, brothers and sisters. And Johnny are saying, guys, you know what? It's been a while since we had a landslide, man. It's been a while. And that is thanks to the drains. Thanks to the new road that they build there. Landslide decide, wow, nice roads. We're not falling again. That is the Minister of Education talking about drains, brothers and sisters, that preventing landslide. Not a mesh you have to put on the mountains where the landslide coming to protect the people, to prevent it. Put mesh and then put vines, make vines grow on the thing to keep the thing stable. Not that you have to do now. You talking about the road? But maybe it's me that don't understand, brothers and sisters. Maybe it's me that don't understand. But anyways, I wanted to leave on a nice note. So let's go back. At least the 6 contestants, queen contestants, have been officially launched. Alright, brothers and sisters. So give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below right there. And then of course, don't forget to tune into the next reaction video I'll be doing a bit later on, around 5:30, 5:45 around there. I will drop in that one. So definitely tune in for that one right there. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Remember guys, be real, be positive.